Hi, this is something I wrote for the book again. A little entry, and um, okay, the story of me after losing you. I want to tell you a story, the story of me. No, this isn't the me who was the little king kid who was raised on a farm in northern Ontario on a concession road, the fifth to be exact. No, this certainly isn't about that little Harley Township kid who lovingly went about her days enjoying the openness and freedom the wide open country land brought her. Her best friend, an old tattered nanny goat who had her share of birthing by her side, and an armful of her favorite books tucked at her other side. Books about mysteries of the unknown, UFOs, Bigfoot, even a topic covering London, England's renowned serial killer, Jack the Ripper, seemed to be one of the many topics to catch this little girl's interest as she curled up inside a big dugout hole she had made inside a giant bale of hay, the large round ones you see dotting open farmland when you drive the country roads. Her dad had given her a special gift one year, a surprise, her very own bale of hay. She couldn't have been prouder of it. She hollowed out the center and lined it with blankets, teddy bears. It was her favorite place to be because she spent her time there a lot with her old nanny, Nan, at her feet, chewing away on the hay she pulled out of the center. The occasional hollering at her goat for misbehavingly biting the sides of her homemade hay wall hangout, or for trying to chew one of her books she had strewn about her hut. Her yells periodically heard throughout the summer days, and heard by another of her best friends, a woman in her 70s, her grandmother, Isabel, who loved her company and often told her she had an old head. She acted an age well beyond her years. This isn't a story about the me I was then. With that said, and with the image of that strangely odd little girl that I still am in many ways, in your mind, I go on to say, no, this isn't about the me who later grew into a young lady who met and fell in love with her soulmate at a very young age, the age of 15, and shared 3 beautiful children with. And no, this isn't the me that got to spend 31, 33 if you count them all, years with her soulmate. His name is Lionel, by the way, who would go through the ups and downs of parenthood together, experience loss of their children and all parental authority they had, which in mine and Lionel's opinion was based on many tactics child service social workers used to fool young parents, such as Lionel and I were. Dealing with these workers was unbearable frustration, oftentimes being left holding the short end of the stick, even in times there was when clearly we were not in any wrong. And when we were recognizing inexperience and lack of real compassion wasn't difficult to notice, most of whom these social workers or child care workers are childless, fresh out of school with an ego the size of a Buick, and gonna save the world superheroes attitude attached to their newly found career and shining brightly as they lightly pranced around my world, poking at this and that without care, and weighed heavily, poor judgment. We're here for the child's best interest in mind and at hand, they prideful in their own work ethic fancy would so dauntingly announce on repeat, as if that would make it all right, or to perhaps get us to buy into the bullshit they were proposing to us regarding our children's best interest. Their social service coming at us without a single real world experience of survival within a real world, feeling the full force that young parents face every day while providing the best possible care, which consists of decisions made with their being the love that only a parent can offer. They are based on what we believe to be the choices for raising children with their best interest involved. and of what survival truly is with only the support of each other's constructs. Using the false, misleading promises of best interest at hand was poorly made choice by us, coming from a system which had only their own best interest in mind and hitting a jackpot. I heard them make reference to that, to when they win a court case and take full custody of a child. Take full custody of a child. A decision to relocate undoubtedly came shortly after losing our children to a system that lied to us, and broken promises left as it was made. Moving to Ontario's biggest city, Toronto, to live, thrive, to become the best versions of ourselves, welcome grandchildren to the world at a young age, the privilege of being grandparents that were actively involved was short-lived, and carving another hole in our hearts was the reality we were served yet again. Our children were going through the dark and taken for unjustly, in some sense, ride through the same frustration we had gone through. So this is sure not the me that became the result of that one, and not the me that I want to be of this story. It's not even about the me who had gone on to live in the city, working, living, experiencing life to the fullest, with my soulmate at my side, Lionel. Lionel isn't dead. He didn't leave here, not fully in the sense we are used to anyway. I mean, well, I know he has passed away and all, but spiritually, where I mean, he didn't die. He's a big part of me. He made the me I was for the past 15 years or more. We were in one another. We had been together for such a long time, in love, in awe of each other, in closeness and in delight of one another. Each of us in company with the other. We were inseparable. Wherever we spent a day or two apart, like when he'd go camping with his family or I'd go away with family or friends, we, without failure, get a deep sense of loneliness for the other. By nightfall, we would be calling and wanting to come home, or asking the other to come where they were. Emptiness and lonesome-hearted. We'd try and make the best of our night. Suddenly, one would say things like, "The sunset is absolutely amazing, but how can I even enjoy something with this kind of beauty if I can't share the view with you? Or the starlit sky isn't complete without you by my side." We'd remark that living without the other would be a nightmare in itself. Survival would be the hardest part of going on alone in a world without the other. Sleeping at night would be so lonesome and would bring panic in the morning awakening, because we'd be forced to realize that the other is no longer there. And feeling of losing them all over again would be a form of true heartbreak, and like some kind of torture or cruel injustice. Fear to lose the other in separation through death was a real thing to us, and accepting it was something we were not capable of doing. It was next to impossible. We always said that day would never come. That day would never come. There was no way that death could take one of us away from the other. We had made a decision to make a promise to each other one day, that if the day would come and one were where Lionel and I were separated by death, we would agree to stick around as long as we possibly can for the other in spirit. We were separated by death on August 28th, 2021 at 9 a.m. That day was the worst day I'd ever experienced, and panic still grips hold of me and threatens to take away my sanity and destroy me, starting from inside my heart. Now, that's a part of what I was beginning to write. The story is going to be continuing on to the survival of me alone, living without him, and the harsh realities that go along with that. The things I've experienced the ups and downs, the homelessness, the family abandonment, pretty much. So I'm enduring this entire thing on my own, completely alone, without the support of family, which should be by my side. I'm unsure what that was all about, but it's a long journey, and I'm writing this book to hopefully help other widows in my same situation. So survival in a world alone, pretty much, without your soulmate at your side. And hopefully through hearing my experiences, through hearing my stories and my ways of coping and my poetry, my whatever I have to offer, hopefully that could bring comfort to someone else who might be in the same situation as me. Sending you blessings, and thank you very much for listening.